Hey, welcome back to Dining with the A. Slice through these cherry tomatoes. You're gonna need some mushrooms. You're gonna also need some diced onions. Get a spoon. Just gonna mix this up. Just gonna mix it up like that. See that?
Yeah, I slept really good last night. One thing I really learned living here in Bangkok, it's been a learning experience, because it's different. It's a different feel, different vibe. And that is that peaceful mornings hit different. The city moves fast, but somehow life feels slower, And lately, I've been intentional about creating routines that really feel calming, healthy, and really meaningful. I love moments to myself, before the emails, before the noise, before the world starts pulling at your attention. There's something powerful, about slowing down and creating a moment for yourself. And honestly, this has become, one of my favorite parts about living in Bangkok. So today on Dining with the A, I'm showing you guys one of my new favorite breakfast creations. It's a healthy Asian-inspired mushroom veggie omelet that feels elevated, comforting, and surprisingly simple to make. Let's do it. Now, if you tuned in to the last episode of Chilling with the A, and then you know that my family sent me a care package, right? A much-needed care package. A care package with a lot of surprising spices and so forth that I desperately needed in order to get Dining with the A, the Bangkok edition, up and rolling, right? So Dining with the A officially started, once these seasonings actually arrived in Bangkok. My family sent me a full care package from back home. And honestly, that meant so much to me. Because, food has always been connected to comfort, family, and home for me. And they knew that if they hadn't seen any episodes or any Dining with the A content, it primarily was due to the fact that I did not have my tools of the trade. So I want y'all to check this out. Check out my cabinet now. I want you to see what my family sent me. Why, I feel like I'm ready to, hit the ground running. Check this out. I don't know what I don't have. I have just about everything. So today we're going to be keeping the breakfast relatively low carb, high protein, fresh, colorful, and balanced. So we've got the fresh mushrooms. We have red onion. We have cherry tomatoes. We're going to use 3 eggs. We have some creamy avocado. We're going to have some creamy avocado slices. We got the olive oil. And we also have the rich hollandaise sauce. Yeah, I don't know where you would find the holiday sauce in the United States, but I was told that you can for the most part find it in most supermarkets. I decided to start with breakfast because, again, a lot of homes, condos, apartments in Bangkok and Thailand don't have ovens. So, we're going to, kind of focus on breakfast, stovetop dishes. One thing I love about breakfast dishes like this is that they don't require, 100 ingredients. It's really about layering simple flavors together, intentionally. Yeah, you can't go wrong with fresh vegetables, good seasoning, that's going to provide that, the proper texture and the balance to your meal, especially breakfast. For this particular recipe, we're going to start by sautéing your vegetables until they're soft and caramelized, slightly, putting your olive oil in the pan, the heated pan and so forth. And that's where the flavor really, starts building. Yeah, the mushrooms give you that kind of earthy type flavor. And I prefer to use the red onions instead of white onions because the red onions have a more sweetened taste, provide a more sweetened taste. And then you have the tomatoes. They add brightness and also acidity. And here, of course, while you're sauteing this, you can add, if you want to add pepper or any other type of seasoning to your to these veggies. That's up to you. I add a little slap your mama seasoning with some ground pepper. After your veggies are nice and sauteed, you just want to put them in a bowl or something. Just move them to the side. You can cover them up so they can stay warm. So when preparing the eggs, my scrambled eggs, I just put in, a little more salt-free or non-salted butter, and of course let that heat up and melt. And nothing out of the ordinary, spectacular about frying eggs. I cracked my eggs and put them in my mixing bowl, and what I did was I added some cheese. If you choose not to add cheese, it's up to you. But then I added my ground pepper. If you want to season your eggs the way you normally like them, that's up to you. But after mixing them up and everything, now the eggs are ready to go. As you can see, I'm adding my cheese. Now, for the egg, just regular scrambled eggs. I wanted it to have that, that soft, creamy, and comforting type flavor. Nothing overly complicated, just elevated everyday, breakfast food, your everyday egg. And this right here is where the entire breakfast starts to really come together. The richness of the eggs. We're just gonna go ahead and put them on the plate right there like so. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put just a little bit more of that butter in there, that unsalted butter, and we're gonna go ahead and warm up our hollandaise sauce. So you'll see what we're gonna do with that in a minute. It doesn't take long. And basically all you want to do is just warm it up. Just warm it up. Now here we go. This is where the entire breakfast starts coming together. The richness of the eggs, and the veggies. You put your sliced cherry tomatoes. You got your caramelized onions. You have your caramelized mushrooms, and now you're drizzling that nice creamy sort of sweet hollandaise sauce over your dish, and voila. And also I added the melon and the avocados, fresh avocados over to the side. This honestly feels like something you would order at a cafe here in Bangkok. Check that out. So here you have it. Your Asian inspired mushroom veggie omelet with some avocados and fresh sliced watermelon on the side. Oh yeah, with a little glass of OJ. What I love about this particular dish is that it's filling without feeling heavy, right? You're getting healthy fats from the avocado, protein from the eggs, fiber and your nutrients from the vegetables, and natural hydration from the fruit. It's a low-carb, balanced, colorful, and honestly, perfect, for peaceful mornings just like this. Let me tell you something. I'm really appreciating these slow moments, right? Good food, peaceful mornings, beautiful spaces, and just creating a lifestyle that actually feels good to live. And honestly, that's really what Dining with EA is all about. Thank you guys for spending another morning with me here in Bangkok. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'm out.